Good. I want to rewatch last night's game so I can know what happened without the pressure of the moment. Um, Speaking of pressure, your predecessor in this job used to say that coaching USA basketball was the most pressure that he felt. And then when you guys won in 21, he talked about that feeling of relief. I'm curious, is this like you're going into your last game as coach of the US team and you have a chance to win gold? Where is your mind with all this? Like, do you feel that kind of, do you agree with Pop about that kind of pressure and just what this might mean to you if you get it done tomorrow?
I imagine Pop talked to you about that after his experience, not during. So my only thought, honestly, is France. We just finished our coaches meeting. We met with the team. We have one more game left, and that's all I'm thinking about. So yes, of course, there's a lot of pressure in this job, but that's kind of what we sign up for and kind of what we enjoy. This is competition, and so we're locked in on tomorrow. Excited about competing for a gold medal, and can ask me all those other questions after.
Ron?
Yes. Sorry, I was on mute there for a sec. Steve, what did you learn watching the video from last night, and specifically on defense? What did you learn that you can try to improve or reshape tomorrow? I mean, 54 points in the first half you gave up, and then obviously only 37 in the second.
Yeah, we've got to make tomorrow our best defensive game. Our defense has carried us through this tournament. It's kind of what we know wins a FIBA game. And the game got away from us last night. I give them a ton of credit. They made a lot of shots. Maybe shots from guys who we weren't expecting. But that's kind of how FIBA goes. A lot of guys turn into Superman in FIBA. And we've got to be ready for tomorrow with a better defensive edge, more physicality, and we got to be able to play off of our defense for sure.
All right, next we'll go to Tim.
Steve, when France won yesterday, there was a lot of celebrating on the court. Wemby even said he was trying to hold back tears just because of the emotions of the moment and the crowd reaction. When you guys won last night, very similar. I mean, obviously there was some exuberance. KD back at the hotel said it was, a night that none of y'all will ever forget. What's the process today of coming down from that high, but ramping back up simultaneously? It is a very quick turnaround, obviously. What's the challenge when you have such an emotional game one night to play a bigger game 48 hours later?
Yeah, I mean, it's, we have today off from practice. So we had a scouting session, video session with the guys. And then we talked about that. Today's a day to refill the cup, to get some sleep, eat well, and get ready for the gold medal game tomorrow, right where we want to be. But today is definitely a recovery day. And then tomorrow, the late game, 9:30 start, we'll have a shoot around. And I think everybody will get more sleep tonight and be prepared and ready to go tomorrow. But today has to be about recovery and getting past last night, moving on to tomorrow.
Next we'll go to Adam and then Jeff.
Hey, Steve. I know you said the first Serbia game, Jayson didn't play partly because you want to get Kevin back in rhythm. But obviously last night he didn't get action. I'm just wondering what you're kind of, and look, it's a 40-minute game. There's 12 superstars, but I'm just wondering kind of what you're not seeing from him, or what has led you to the decision that he kind of is not going to be.
It's not what I'm not seeing from Jayson. It's what I've seen from the other guys. And it's like I've said many times during this tournament and these last 6 weeks. It's just hard to play 11 people even in an NBA game. But our second unit was not great last night. But that group has been one of the bright spots of this team, especially on the defensive end. And so it's not about anything Jayson is doing or not doing. It's just about combinations and you know, the way that group has played together, the way Kevin has filled in, you know, since he came back from his injury. It's just, you know, it's just a math problem more than anything.
Jeff?
Steve, there was so much to process last night. Were you able to go back to the hotel room and watch it for any kind of, I don't know if enjoyment's the right word, but to get a second look at everything that happened? And then how quickly did you and your staff turn to France? Was it last night or not until this morning?
Well, we got home so late, we didn't meet until this morning. But I watched the France game when I got home. I didn't watch our whole game. I watched the France game first, and then I watched the first half of our game, and I'll watch the second half today. But there's definitely things that we can learn from last night's game, things that we can expect to see France do. So, you know, by tomorrow morning, when we meet with the team, we will have reviewed everything together as a staff and put together our game plan. We have a decent idea of what we want to do, but we got to delve into it more deeply today and tomorrow morning and be ready to go tomorrow night.
Clement?
Hi, Steve. For France, this final against you is like playing the Super Bowl on top of Mount Everest. What it's like to face the home country in the Olympics final, and what do you expect from the crowd and from French team that kind of found itself the last two games, especially in defense?
Yeah, it's very exciting to play France in Paris in the gold medal game. It doesn't get much better. Our guys are going to be really excited. They love environments like these. And you know, it's a big moment in everybody's career, and it's exciting, and this is what we play for. And so, yeah, we're really thrilled with the opportunity, and can't wait to get out there tomorrow night.
We'll go to Nick and then Maxime and then probably be at time. Nick, go ahead.
Hi, Steve. Thanks for taking the questions. I know you said you're still reviewing France's game and your games, but it seems like France has reinvented themselves the last couple of games with a different energy, different lineups. So what have you seen from them? And does that present a challenge to you that they seem to be not really the same team that they were even a week ago?
Yeah, it's been very impressive to see their team evolve, change styles on the fly. They're very physical. They're playing extremely hard. That's what jumps out on tape, is just how hard they're playing at both ends. And so we have to be prepared for that physicality and that force. And we have to not only match that, but exceed that. And, you know, that's the challenge.
Okay.
Maxime?
Yes, thank you. Hi, Steve, and congrats for the win yesterday. Are there specific French players that impressed you, and do you fear some of them?
They're all very impressive. You know, Cordonier, I think, has changed their team. You know, and Yabusele, that, you know, with the two of them being inserted into the starting lineup, they seem to have more physicality, more downhill attacking, more offensive firepower, and they're playing with a lot of emotion. And we have great respect for them. Obviously, this is a rematch from 3 years ago in Tokyo. So we know how good they are.
Okay, thanks, everybody. We'll
Thanks.
see y'all tomorrow.